Do you find yourself coming up with an idea, having a new idea for a project that you want to do, but then getting stuck in this phase where you're just stuck in planning and you don't have any momentum to actually do the actual work? Today, I'm going to give you a 3-step framework for how to build momentum when starting a new project. Welcome to the Mindful Productivity channel, where I teach you concepts, frameworks, and techniques to help you work more effectively on your most important goals. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the big red subscribe button below, and be sure to click the bell to receive all the videos. So what if you could take that idea that you've had sitting on the shelf for the last year and actually get started on it, actually start creating momentum and start putting it out in the world? How do we do this? So you've got this idea that's been sitting on the shelf for the past year and you haven't actually started. Maybe you've played around with planning it. You've dreamed about what it could become. Maybe it's a new YouTube channel. Maybe it's a blog. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a new marketing program for your business. But you keep procrastinating. And one of the ways of doing that is you keep planning it, thinking about more of it, but you don't actually get started on it. So how do we actually get started and build momentum? And how do we make sure that we don't spend too much time in the planning phase? Because planning can be seductive. We envision what the thing looks like when it's already done. And that gives us a sense of accomplishment, which then makes us less likely to actually do the work. One of the problems with planning too much in the early days is we don't actually have enough information about the problem. It's usually a new area that we've never tackled before. And in this case, the best thing to do is to just get started. But just get started is normal advice that everyone gives. So let's dive deeper. I actually want to say there's 3 steps to just getting started. So the first step is to start haphazardly. What this means is that I'm going to start off just doing random stuff, putting stuff out in the world, but not necessarily caring about like it has the exact right focus. Maybe my timing isn't off. Maybe I publish twice once week, once in the next week, and then don't publish for another week. But I'm getting started. I'm kind of getting my feet underneath me. I'm figuring out what I want to say and how I want to say these things. Or if it's like a marketing strategy, I'm figuring out the shape of the problem. I'm understanding what the social media landscape is, if I'm going into social media marketing, what it means to do SEO marketing, whatever those things. I'm starting to understand the map of the territory of the problem. Okay, so now I've started haphazardly. What do I do next? Next, I focus on developing a rhythm. So the first thing, starting haphazardly, was just about putting stuff out in the world. Now what we're going to start doing is about doing it regularly, figuring out some sort of cadence to where every day, every week, every month, we're moving this ball forward on our project to maintain that momentum, because momentum is about continually moving. So it doesn't really matter what the specific momentum is, and I actually recommend starting off with a slower cadence and then speed up as you build your capacity. But the idea here is to start doing something on a regular basis. But again, not worrying about too much about the direction you're heading, not too much about the focus. Focus on building the capacity for putting stuff out regularly. So if you're producing content on a weekly basis, a bi-weekly basis. If you're actually doing marketing, maybe it's like doing the analysis and refinement of the different programs you're doing on a weekly or a monthly basis. So now that we have the rhythm going, now what's the third step? So the third step is to build a strategy. Once we have a rhythm, a regular cadence to where we're working on this project. Maybe we're publishing once a week, we are reviewing our marketing analytics once a week, whatever it is, we're working on this project on a regular cadence. We've built that capacity. Then we can start looking at what specific direction do we want to go in? What goal are we trying to reach? Too often we jump into the strategy phase too quickly because we want to make sure we're heading in the right direction. But then what happens is we jump into strategy and then we forget about our rhythm. We forget about putting out stuff regularly, and then that causes us to lose momentum. By doing this three-step process of starting haphazardly, then developing a rhythm, and then creating a strategy, we build up a momentum slowly, and we build it up in a way that is more sustainable so it can have a bigger impact on our future. So the next time you have a project that you're struggling to get started on, try this approach. See if it works. Start haphazardly, develop a rhythm, and then build a strategy. If you like this strategy, please like, comment, or share this video. If you try this strategy and it worked for you, or even if it didn't work for you, please come back and leave a comment. I'd love to have a discussion about exactly when this strategy works, when it doesn't work. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this video and you are able to build more momentum into your own projects.